How you doing, trappers? Ed Schneider, Kansas Trapline Products. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, and we're getting closer to trapping season, and there's getting the bug back in myself again. Even though I'm not going to do too much trapping this year, it's going to be, it's going to be a lot slower. I had to be a little pickier with what I catch. Seen some great memories from my trip up in Maine, but today I want to talk about some coyote locations. I don't really show too much in the regard of the set, but I want to show you some fabulous locations that I found in I'm trapping. One of them's from my trip to Wisconsin with Jerry, and had a great time up there as well, but I wanted to show it to you. Get your mind thinking about it and having a lot of fun. If you like these types of videos, do me a favor, hit that like button and that subscribe, and help me grow this channel. I appreciate it. Until we meet again, tight chains, trappers. Okay, still continuing the line here in Wisconsin. Put in a natural scent post set, kind of coming around. I actually wanted to, originally looked at it to put on the outside of that point. However, I think the coyotes may be cutting through. There's some mouse holes over there doing a little digging. I think they're coming around is what I think they're doing. So I like this grassy edge right there, right? I mean, it's a good grassy edge right along the cornfield. So anyway, went ahead and stuck in just a simple scent post set from grass. Grabbed a clump of grass nearby and kind of put my scat just like I do my trail set and kind of blended it back. Got a trap sitting there, 8 inches pan center. 9 inches pan center from the attractor. So anyway, just a real nice set, and got my partner down there, the student. He is putting in himself a duff set, and down here and there's a waterway kind of coming out, a real nice grassy edge right along here. Definitely a lot of trails coming out of that area. So he's putting in a duff set in that zone. So basically we are covering both points of travel. That's the object of it. So natural looking scent posts, nothing to alarm them too much. I mean, we've been doing RJ sets, things like that, but that is dynamite right there. Found an old kill. I got coyote tracks right there on the 2-track. I believe this is the attraction though. I believe they're going to check this thing out. Put in my test food lure, and just made a flat set, just a T-bone set there. Guided with the bones on each side, telling the coyote where to come in. I'm about 10-12 inches back, and basically those 2 bones are doing the guiding of the loose jaw and the dog. So anyway, I like the set. Just a matter of time. Right down a nice 2-track road. Got ourselves an old dead kill. And there's some, when I was pulling out the T-bones out of it, I actually found still a little bit of meat in there, you know, once I done it. So probably stirred up some odors in there, making it more interesting. Okay, first location of the 2021-22 trapping season, and I don't think it takes a heck of a lot to sell this idea on anybody. So let me show you what I got. I definitely got some coyote tracks coming through here. The downside is this year they don't have any cows up there. No calves, no nothing up there in kind of the farmstead there. Sometimes they'll corral calves and put them up in there and wait for the semis to come up. Well, right now they don't got them. So I could very well be looking at some ghosts as far as tracks are concerned. But I like the location. I mean, I got sign, found quite a few coyote tracks and stuff in the ground. So what I did is I actually got good tracks going right down this trail right there. So you can see where the pinch point is, where it kind of narrows up there with the tumbleweed there. And so I just kind of added a little bit more and narrowed it up and got a trail set right there. And we come over here, this ground is really hard. So I just did a very simple dirt hole set. Very simple. It's very foxy kind of a deal. In this case, the hole's a little bit more closer to a 45 degrees. There is some deer tracks, so I didn't want to put it right in this trail right here because I saw deer were coming around this corner. So I moved it just off the trail. And now this badger hole would have worked out wonderful. That being said, also got a fence that he's just going to tangle up in, and it's going to be a mess. I just know it would. So as hard as the ground is, I didn't do an RJ. I could have done it right there in that badger hole, that old badger digging, but not a fan of the fence. So I just brought it down a little bit. The wind is coming right across the trap right there. That's the main thing. The wind's coming across the trap. So simple little hole. Got some Flint Hills Red Fox paste bait. Put a little moonshot just in the lip of the hole, and have a little dished out spot for them to step on. So very simple little set. But I got them coming through here. So the odors ought to take over and do what they're supposed to do. So. And then over here, I put some seldom fails and coyote urine. Just made a simple scent post, guys. I did add this little clump of grass right there, and there's my scat 10 inches out in front of my trap. So have good coyote sign coming right up along this cattle trail. Now, when will they be here again? I don't know. I mean, if we had calves up here and all that, I'd feel real good about it. This may be a waiting game in this case. I could be looking at tracks that was made in September. I really could. So you got to watch it out west, because you could be looking at ghosts. I feel pretty good now that it's the beginning of the season, that no one's really gotten these coyotes chance there. It may be a wait before they get back in here. So just heads up, I mean, you got to put 2 and 2 together, and they'll come in here and just scope the area out. That's what coyotes do. They just kind of recheck this out. I flushed a rabbit right out of this brush right there. So they're in here hunting. So we got a nice drainage. That'll be my next spot I want to look out at, is that nice drainage down there, and see if there's anything running that thing. That's a highway to them. All right, so this is the second location for the 2021-2022, and got a nice crop change here running the edge. You just know you're going to find some kind of sign someplace. So anyway, let's start out at the beginning on how I seen this. I actually got real attracted to that pocket gopher hole. And I know you can't see it now, but going right by that corn stalk, it was a lot of coyote tracks. It just meant to be made into a scent post trail set. So did that, but look which way the coyotes are also going through here. And I got a little bit of deer in there too, but there's some coyote tracks. And so I started looking over here to some of these rat holes, wood rats, and there's some coyote tracks as they check it out. So not wanting to deal with them coming into the sets, and I got them coming right down there. So you know what we did, put in a great big deep RJ set out here in the open. Now it's facing west. You want to know why I put it the way I did? That's west. So I got moonshot and Flint Hills Red Fox paste bait and wool, and it's a nice step down. You can even see the shadowing of the thing. So I don't know, I'm probably a good 28 inches deep. The dirt did dig pretty well. It's very powdery. This was tilled, so it had some action to it. So anyway, the ground's a little softer here, so I was able to dig a hole compared to the pasture. Up here I used some seldom fails up in that zone, and like I said, I got some deer, I got some coyote, and there's a nice coyote print right there. So anyway, set it up right there, nice scent post, great location. So I think as the coyotes pop out of this, we maybe got a pretty good spot right here, right along the edge of this pasture right there. So super location, setting us location number 2.